Hello friends, welcome back to Phil Plays Bass for the fourth time this week and the I don't know how many times in a row for the last couple of months. We are back today for some bass goodness, for some lovely requests, exchanging ideas, tips and tricks and putting each other in a much better mood. Forget about the whole world. Right now, for the next half hour to an hour, is going to be just about music and chilling and having fun. Hope you guys are ready. I haven't planned anything for today. There's loads of things I want to do, but in no particular order. But we have to start with mode of the day. First and foremost, whilst everybody starts jumping into the chat, how is everyone today? How you guys doing? How's Akil? How's Mike? How are you guys doing today? How's everything in Louisiana? Akil, where are you from? Let us grab our amazing instruments, also known as the bass guitar, i.e. the best instrument in the whole wide world. Everybody knows it, nobody says it, we all know it. It's just the best. Bass is the best, there's absolutely no doubt. The bass is on. Lovely. I was going to start with a little warm-up, but no. It's the mode of the day. I need to start implementing like sounds. I need a soundboard so I can trigger little things and just have little flashes of, I don't know, something for the ADHD crowd, of which I'm a little bit part of. Not gonna lie. Akil says, low-key, the efforts into your streams are crazy good compared to other musicians who do live streaming. I appreciate that, dude. It helps that I enjoy what I'm doing and that it's a very lovely group of people that we've got so far. So, yeah, it's my pleasure, really. I appreciate that, dude. Today is a lovely, kind of rainy Thursday in Belgium, kind of changing weather. The usual, I suppose. Belgium's a very changing climate. A little bit of sun, a little bit of rain. Not too dissimilar to London, in a way, where I spent a hell of a lot of time. So today's Thursday, the fourth day of the week, the fourth mode of the major scale is a Lydian. Turn the volume up a touch so I can hear myself a little bit better. 1, 2, 3, augmented 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is Lydian, which means this mode has only one altered note compared to our regular 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, our regular major scale, also known as Ionian. This one, Lydian, has a sharp 4. That is literally the only note to look out for, to listen for, in order to identify which sort of universe you're in musically, what kind of harmonic context you're in. If you can hear this. Tritone, I guess you could say it's a tritone, but it's a raised fourth, which makes for lovely mode. Obviously, first one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why do I keep changing my settings here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mode number 2, Dorian. 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 8. Phrygian. 1, flat 9, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 8. And today, Lydian, 1, 2, 3, augmented 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably one of my 7 most favorite modes. Wait. Akil says, hell yeah, I'm consistent on a bassist for first time. And hell yeah, you're not ordinary. You're the maestro. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. I believe you picked up the bass even before I was born. No kidding. I picked up the bass when I was 17. So 21 years ago. Calculations. Let's not forget the Jonas is not here today. Not yet, as far as I can see. He would have said yeah. He would have said yeah. No, he would have said hello. Akil would have said yeah. He would have said hell yeah. This guy would have said, Phil, do some harmonic minor stuff. To which I say, all right, I guess I could. Today is the Dorian sharp 11. So we're staying on... it's a good thing that these modes kind of align to a certain extent, a little bit. So the fourth one has not too similarly, not too dissimilarly to the Lydian, except it's a Dorian, which means 1, 2, flat 3, augmented 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 8. So it has the quality of a Dorian in the sense that it's a minor chord with a natural 6 or a raised sixth if you compare it to the minor scale. So it's a minor chord with a sharp 4. That's kind of the sound you're going for, really. There we go, guys. On Thursdays, it's Lydian for the major scale, and it's Dorian sharp 11 for the harmonic minor content. Akil's only 15. Bro, that's awesome. So you're starting at the perfect time. Or starting or continuing. I don't know. What time did you start playing music? It's very cool, dude. And how's Michael? I believe that Wednesdays were your doctor's visits. I hope it went well. And your wife is on the mend. Okay, guys. I realized the other day that I had a bit of a weakness when it came to playing this seemingly very simple exercise of playing power chords, but note per note. In a 16th note pattern. And I thought it would be cool to come up with a nice chord progression to sort of, give us a bit of musical context and take us through the circle of fifths. Mike says, doing great. My wife got her car stuff yesterday. Good day. Oh, amazing. Hopefully she doesn't go on some wild adventures anytime soon again. She doesn't go on to like dangerous quests. We're sort of in tune. Oh, and I've been coding all day again. It seems like you guys are getting familiar with my daily routines. So I've been coding all day, and now the app, I'll show you later, but there's a little bit of visual feedback as well now when you get the notes right and the notes wrong. So, work in progress. I've made loads of notes on my whiteboards on things I want to implement as well, and I'm not running out of ideas anytime soon, that's for sure. So all of that is going to become more and more interesting, more and more appealing, and I believe more and more practical, and actually could really help us learn the fretboard and do all of that sort of good stuff, i.e. learning your instrument. Mike says she can get back to jumping Harley over buses. What's his name? Evil Knievel? Can't remember the name of that stuntman who used to do that. Evil Knievel? Is that what the name was? Anyway, let's do a bit of practice, gents. So this exercise, it's a succession of 3 simple chords. That's basically it. F, C, B flat. But we're staying on that last chord in order to move on to the next chord progression, which will be B flat, B flat, E flat, B flat, sorry, B flat, F, E flat, and it will take us eventually through the whole circle of fifths. So it's an interesting sort of jumping off point to get more and more acquainted with the succession note, the cycle known as the cycle of fifths. What's up, Nate? Thank you for joining us today again, man. Really appreciate you guys. All right, let's go. Well, obviously, I do have to do the exercise, which is, I'll demonstrate. 2, 3, 4. And just like that, we went through all of the 12 keys in the right order. So all you need to do is just sort of slowly memorize the order of these keys, and you will have a bit more of a grasp on what the circle of fifth is, because that's the same order that lots of chord progressions base themselves on. Let's say you've got a C major key, like a 2-5-1 would be D minor 7, G7, C, and it's kind of the same. It's they always move in increments of. They always move down a fifth. G. So it's a very good thing to know that particular circle of fifths. Everybody's turning up. Nice one, guys. Hello, Jeffrey. How is everyone doing? Jeffrey, I'm always wondering why you're posting Saturday, what's it, Saturday Night Fever. That guy, Travolta. Why you posting the Travolta emoji with a violin? It's somewhere like a Cajun disco. Is the kind of sound that's popping out at me. A Cajun disco. There you go. I wonder if there's such a thing as a Cajun disco band. Am I the only one who's curious about that? You guys know of any Cajun disco bands? Cajun disco. Cajun disco is a thing. Of course it is. Shall we have a listen? What's Cajun disco? Oh, it's just regular Cajun music. Okay. It's a song called Cajun disco. Cajun party. Nice. very similar to most folk music, most Western folk music is this kind of stuff. Gotta love it. It's a very spicy tune indeed, dude. It's a proper transcribing brain teaser for us bass players. I'm kidding. I'm not looking down on it. Just, it's a bit predictable. Predictable. Kill. Sorry, I missed. Mike says that's the one. Evil Knievel. Yep. Sad to dip, but I got lectures apparently of chemistry and I got to finish. Oh, Kill. Shame, dude. You're probably gone by now, but thanks for tuning in, man. Really appreciate it. On the side, guys, I think this little... I don't know if you guys have had a chance to give this a try. To just play power chords, but note by note, one note at a time, and moving string to string with a 16th note plucking pattern. But it's surprisingly more challenging than I thought it was. I'm always kind of like, yeah, 16th notes, no problem. It's because it's like, yeah, 16th notes. That was 20 years ago, dude. Who cares now? But really bringing it down to that speed, and even slower, actually. Which reminds me that I forgot to give you guys the MP3 or MIDI files for that. If you guys want it, I'll put it on the Discord after the stream. It's a simple exercise, but I think it combines a bunch of things together. And as a first draft, I think it's an interesting thing to sort of to give it a shot. An interesting jumping off point for potentially a more elaborate exercise in the future. But for now, clearly I can't really do it super cleanly, so it's definitely worth practicing for myself. It wouldn't be a Phil Plays Bass stream unless I did some finger twisters. So which tune shall we twist our fingers on? Shall we do something? Oh, let's try this. Save this one. All right, what have we got? I can't remember exactly how this goes. Ooh. Wait, what? Oh, it's so confusing. Nice. So much. I mean, you guys remember when we first started doing this exercise. Not anywhere near as fluently as I can do it now. So. Yeah, it's not that fast just yet, but we're making progress. Yeah, so I'll send you guys this stuff on the MP3. Mike says, I was going to check out your note game last night, but I was doing yard work yesterday, and the dead branch I carried bounced back when I dropped it and scratched my eyeball. Jesus, Michael, you and your wife, seriously, you no eye protection. You're doing yard work with no eye protection. Oh man, I hope you're okay. I nearly had that actually a few months ago. Doing some yard work as well. It happens, unfortunately, way too quickly. This kind of stuff. You got to be careful. I hope you get a doctor's appointment soon, man. That's not nice at all. Should we do a bit of this? I'm still not tired of this exercise. And my fingers have never felt so strong. I should put down my Tinder profile, really. Just this short video of me doing this exercise. And if she gets it, she's the one. I don't know if I would want to date a musician. I mean, obviously somebody who likes music for sure. Be a very musical household, but actually no, it would be nice. Actually, could have little evening jams around the fireplace with the kids and the dog. Yeah. I'm still very fond of this exercise, and I like how it's becoming much more fluid. Your wife plays the radio. Note to self, don't do comedy or sound effects. Or maybe do. I'll do it for as long as I can. Oh boy. Alright, that's enough of this for today. It's about 4 minutes worth of practice, just to sort of get that dexterity and stability back on track. Guys, if you guys want to, if you guys want me to play some tunes, the suggestion box is fully available, fully open. So go for it. Anything you want to, anything you're struggling with, anything you want to, a little bit of, my take on it or whatever. Anything really. So I'm going to show you the app. I'm going to show you what stage I'm at the moment. Oh, that was my cheat sheet, by the way. Because I don't know them by heart. Still don't know them by heart. Alright, this is what it looks like at the moment. I'm working on implementing inversions, but we don't need that just yet. So I've got the right audio input selected. Don't care for these buttons just yet. But what we do want is a timer. Metronome is not yet implemented either, and we'll put it in practice mode. So, I'm tiny. Put it in practice mode so that my mistakes are not recorded. Because it's just practice mode. But it won't count. Eventually there's going to be like a timer, and you'll be in charge of like choosing how long you want to practice this thing for, maybe 5-10 minutes, and then you put the timer on, and then you do that for 10 minutes, and then you get your daily achievement. You've practiced this today, well done. And then streaks and all of that sort of stuff. The gamification of education or whatever, or practice, is essentially what I'm aiming for with this thing. Mike loves my Trump. This app is tremendous. I've never seen such a good app in my life. It wasn't very good. Shane Gillis does a magnificent Trump. and the other actor, what's his name? Super famous actor who did. Oh, come on. He did Ray Charles. What's his name again? Super famous actor, American guy who played Ray Charles. What was his name again? Nate says, been working on Hall & Oates. I can't go for that. Over the last week. Very fun and lots of 1-2 notes, half notes. So good song to practice the touch. Dude, yeah, we'll have a listen to that. Let me just quickly. Okay, start it. Hey, nice, brilliant. Just immediately crashes on me. Well, that's not good. Maybe the website one actually works and not the local version, because I was coding it until literally the last minute before the stream started. Okay, this one looks like it's working, but the thing is not set properly. Okay, so B. Yay! Visual feedback. The other visual feedback, did you see that? Yay! A little bit of a shaky D. You guys get the idea, right? But it's just nice to have a little bit of a visual cue to let you know that you know, it's just a bit more satisfying. I'm thinking of implementing some sounds as well. Maybe it would play the same note, but like an octave above or something like that. But I'm like, oh, wouldn't that be a bit distracting and a bit silly, really? Because you already have the sound of your instrument in your ears. But I don't know, or maybe a little click, or like something like that. Something that's not really, doesn't really have any sort of melodic character to it. Maybe that. But there'll be a timer. There's going to be a tuner as well. And yeah, it's still in beta at the moment, in alpha, let's call it that. So it's, yeah, it works half the time. Half the time, it works 100% of the time. And with the timer, does the timer still work? The timer still works. Amazing. Adds a bit of pressure, you know. Stop game. And now all of your mistakes are recorded forever in the database. This is me. It's in testing, guys. Otherwise, I would obviously get 100%. But so moving on to playing some tunes. Now that we got this a little bit of practice out of the way, let's get on to some tunes. Nate said, Hall & Oates, I can't go for that. I feel like I know most of Hall & Oates' catalogue, but let's give it a shot. Hall & Oates, can't go for that. What a tune, man. What a tune. Yeah, very, very famous. A very good song. It is working indeed. The head was moving. Brooksy's in the house. Thank you very much, sir, for turning up. Much appreciated. We're taking requests. We got the practice out of the way. Now it's time for some play. Mike says there's a cover of The Way by Michelle Ndegeocello. The Way. Michelle. Should be enough to... A cover by the cover by Michel Vreubel. Michel Vreubel. Could you get the name? Can you make sure that the name is right, Michael, for that Michel cover that you're talking about? Just to double check, because I can't seem to find it just yet, and I don't want to spend too much time like looking for something. Maybe if the name's a little funky, and you already have it saved somewhere, we'll come back to it. Tears for Fears, Head Over Heels. Let's go. Tears for Fears, Head Over Heels. Let's see if I know this one. Hey, Lydian. Well done. Nice one, Nate. Oh yeah. What a bass line, dude. I want to get that right. Oh, dude, that's such a cool bass line. Dun, something like that. It's really, really cool bass line, dude. That is going right into the tune box because I want to learn that. Nice one, dude. You said to jump into the Tears for Fears Head Over Heels tune after. I would like to hear your thoughts on comparing these together as far as technique touch goes. Oh, dude, interesting question. So comparing the previous tune, which was Hall & Oates. Oh no, where do I have it now? Can't go for that. It's a very good question, man. I would naturally play the Tears for Fears one a little bit harder than I Can't Go For That, just because the Hall & Oates tune, I think, needs a bit of a fuller sound, bit more of a you know, I'm practically playing the bass like it's velvet in a way. I'm really trying to just barely press on the notes and really get the flesh of my fingers to plug the notes, rather than Head Over Heels where I would dig in a bit more, just to get a bit more of get a bit more attack on there. And it's hard to get this really snappy sound if you don't play a little bit harder and a little bit more with the tip of your fingers than the Hall & Oates one, where I would 100% just go full bridge pickup, play as close as possible to the neck, you know, somewhere between the neck pickup and the actual neck. To a point where it's nearly, like, I wouldn't say barely audible, but just to get a really sort of velvety sound with not too much attack and enough release, I'd go for this kind of approach, dude. It's very just off the cuff, but that's my 2 cents over that. Like, naturally, I'm drifting towards that. Now, I'm sure people who are a lot more into gear and EQing and all of that sort of stuff would be able to tell you, no, actually, Hall & Oates, they used picks and just heavy compression or whatever. Don't know what kind of tricks these guys are using, but if I was to just do it at a karaoke, you know, like a kind of a request band or whatever, and they said, oh, let's just play this tune, on the fly, I would change the sound on my bass. If I've got some pedals, some EQ pedals, maybe touch a little bit on the amp, reduce the highs, boost the low end a bit more, and play really, really softly. Yeah. Let me just catch up real quick. And as far as technique, dude, it's muting is obviously very important in both of these songs. Note length is something to pay particular attention to. In fact, more than most of the songs, because it has to be, because the pattern is repeated so many times that you want people to get used to it, and you want it to be consistent in that sense. So you have to pay a lot of attention to note length and into the strength of your plucking in order to stay really consistent in volume, but also consistent in dynamics, which I find to be particularly difficult, especially for these super long verses and that very long ostinato on. I can't go for that. I can go if you've got any more specific questions, dude. I'm super happy to think more about it. I'm no authority, but my own instincts are sometimes correct. Sometimes. I was trying to teach this to a newer bassist that shows up at some of our gigs. Trying to teach us that it's very important to learn that touch, dig, and how drastic notes can sound. Yeah, makes a huge difference, dude. Absolutely. Absolutely, and it's got nothing to do with volume. It's just the shape of the sound itself. Because at the end of the day, the volume you can just boost up and down. You know, Michael League talks a little bit about that. That it's just the softer you play, the better, because you play faster and you've got a lot more room. You know, the less pressure you put on the pedal means that you get to go like that every now and then, just super rarely. And it's nice to have this amount of room, headroom, rather than starting off digging, you know, all guns blazing, and from the get-go. I mean, it depends what kind of song we're talking about. You know, if it's Red Hot Chili Peppers, Higher Ground, I mean, you wouldn't get the sound unless you went for it straight away. But being able to discern, being able to identify the context you're in is already, I think that's what you were talking about. You were trying to teach this guy. Is identifying the context, super important. Knowing where to fit in, and I think identifying the context is probably what I would use those words to sort of frame that kind of problem. It's like you can't do that. In terms of dynamics, you have to approach it with a level of humility, you know. Michael said, yes, you had the name of the Michal Vrobel. Michal Vrobel. Wait, maybe if I look for it on YouTube. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of that on Spotify. Let's try YouTube. Michel Vrobel, The Way. Oh, I see. Okay, he's Polish guy, and it's a YouTube cover. Gotcha. Oh my god, the Polish dude, they're insane. What's his name? Wojtek Pilichowski, the absolute monster slapper, dude. Saw a video of him the other day. Oh, we'll look into that as well a little bit because it's just unreal. Let's switch to YouTube view.
Jesus killed the blind man so that he could see the evils of the world. Perchance blind, but dark thought, overcome by the light. Maybe Jesus was the cut man, and Mary made a virgin just to save face. I too am so ashamed on my bended knees, praying to my pretty white jeans. They say you're the way, the light is so blinding. Am I not to question? Your fathers can hit me, your words are used to enslave me.
Damn, dude. That guy is very, very clean. Very clean. Michał Vrobel. And he plays a Marushchik Elwood 5. I hope you guys appreciate the efforts I put into my pronunciation. I did try to learn Polish a little bit some time ago, but it's not very accurate. It's not very good. Heart of Gold is a tune that she teaches all of it together. It's a really good tune as well, dude. Agree. Mike Brooks said, I did 4 years on BP and 16 years on Bass Guitar Magazine. Cheers, Michael. Oh, nice. I miss the magazines I used to read. Reading on iPad just doesn't have that tactile magic. Should put that on my Tinder profile as well. 2 lectures done, a few more to go. Akil, maybe you should focus on your lectures, dude. Yes, you got this, man. Let's go. Let's go. You're going to destroy all these molecules indeed. Wait, what? What are you studying? Are you some kind of like Bond villain? Julia plays Groovis Polish. She's amazing. Yeah, I remember Julia. We played a couple of her videos a few weeks back. Yeah, dude. This guy has a really, really good sound, and his timing is really impeccable. A pleasure to listen to. And he plays Aguilar. Duh. All the good ones do. Wojtek, you guys know this. I think one of you guys turned me into this guy. It's, you know, it's frontman, bass player, so the slapping holds center stage, essentially. So with that in mind, okay. And it just has some really weird harmonies in it. It's really, really cool, I think. The tape. He has the tape. Hot diggity damn. Polish women, dude. I'm just saying she's, you know, she seems like a very nice, attractive lady. That's all, you know. I'm talking about the bass, obviously. Yeah, the singer's all right. Is that a Moonstone bass? Moonstone bass? Oh my god. I know so little about this gear stuff. Moonstone bass. Let's have a look at the logo. Alright, I'll take all your cookies. It's not the same logo. Holy moly. £18,000. No, that's not the Moonstone. What I'm sorry, guys. It's Phil being Phil. Sorry. Okay, I get it. Yes. Okay. Moonstone bass. It's not. Yeah. It's not a Moonstone logo because it's a Federa, Phil. Thanks. Thanks, guys. But yeah, that guy's a monster bass player, Wojtek Pilichowski. Is that Brooksy playing bass? No, it wasn't. Brooksy, are you on YouTube? I mean, you know, videos of you with the band and all that. I'm guessing there must be. Brooksy's Bass Corner. Can we find some videos of Mike doing his thing live? Where is he? It says live here, but I don't think it means what I think it means. Lots of advice, Mike. I want to see videos of you playing live. What was the name of one of your Okay, Mike, I'll be waiting for one of your for a suggestion on what cool tune. Sadly not. Are you kidding me? You've got more videos than 786 videos, and there's not a single one of you playing live. You make yourself a very rare commodity. Yep-Do, the disco shoe video. Yep-Do? Am I reading this wrong? Is it Yep, do the disco show video? Because Yep-Do, the disco shoe. I'm literally just googling Yep-Do, the disco show. Please tell me this is not actually the thing. Okay, it's not. There is no band called Yep-Do. Yep-Do, the disco shoe. I'm actually crying. Oh, jeez, sorry. This kind of stuff really gets me. Like very silly humor like that. It just has me on the floor immediately. Look, I'm crying, seriously. Yep-Do, the disco shoe. I can't. Oh, gosh. I'll messenger a link. Gotcha. Okay, Facebook. Here we go. Yep-Do, the disco shoe. A tale of woes. Tales of woes and hardship in 1970s San Francisco. Yep-Do, the disco shoe. It's like Fievel, but with a shoe. Why are you bothering me with all this? Meta, subscribe to use without ads. Use free of charge with ads. Okay, fine. Yeah, sure. Alright, let's go back to this camera. Agree. Manage that experience. No, please don't. Just let me access my messages. Here we go. Mike sent an attachment. The dance floor ignites. I love these on the road blog videos.
Round 2, gig vlog number 7. We're heading to...
Look at Mike Brooks in his comfort zone, in his car on the M25, on the way to a gig. Used to be my comfort zone as well. Not really on the M25, no. For me, it's the A1, dude. It's the A1. Completely different road. That doesn't matter. Arrival, set up and sound check. Get down tonight, shake it. Oh, it's the entirety of the live, dude. Let's go. Just so you guys know, right here, this is not Mike. That's not Mike, right there. Right there, that is not Mike. Oh, you've got the Bootsy Collins funk machine or whatever it's called. Damn, dude. Let's take a second to admire these absolutely wonderful trousers. Hang on, Mike. Is that a cod piece? Have you got a cod piece? Don't be humble. Holding it down, dude. As it should be. You play the intro like that as well. You play a high A. Like this kind of stuff, Mike? On this tune? I'm not the only one. I can't be the only one to do that. Yeah, you're definitely doing some noodling in the dusty end. Right. Because that tune I always start with to sort of double up the guitar. Doesn't sound too bad, I think. Yep, though, the Disco Shoe video. Oh gosh, that really got me. Mike says, I've never tried or touched the bass. That costs more than $2,800. That was a Spectre. Didn't buy it. I got my Lackland 5-string for $1,800. Love it. People debate about that sort of stuff a lot. Are all of these expensive basses really worth it? Speak to Brooksies. He will know. He will know because he would have tried most of them and he'll be able to tell you whether or not these are worth the price tag. You forgot to put a space between yep and do. Don't blame him with that star bass pointing to the danger zone. Well, strategically, actually, just a bit of a carve out for the cod piece right there. I mean, sorry, mate, but let's just move on. Let's just move on. Oh, it pulls everything up. All right, skipping ahead. Let's get this off the screen. This is a family-friendly show, Mike. How dare you? That's where the disco shoe's hiding. In your pants. Damn. Braces and belts. Jeez, dude. That's rough. It does start on C sharp, but usually when I play it with a trio or a quartet, the guitar player doesn't have enough hands to play all of the intricate little parts. So usually I'll just cover that sort of not chips, but you know what I mean. I'll just do something like that, sort of discreetly turn myself down a touch. That kind of stuff. It works. Fills up the space a little bit and makes it a bit more recognizable. Guitarist on A and then C. Hang on a minute. Was I playing this tune wrong this whole time? September. Yeah, usually the guitar player will do they like to take that line. I usually find myself just covering that kind of octave thing. Hey, subjective, I suppose. Yeah, and obviously with that little skip, which if you've never heard the isolated bass track for that, September isolated bass, it's actually a mistake. I think he said in an interview somewhere, can't remember where, Mike, you'll be able to confirm that. He wasn't supposed to do that. But then they were like, that's actually pretty sick. Or did I hear wrong? No, I'm sure I heard that somewhere. Yeah. Pretty cool gig, Mike, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to finish up on that. That was really cool. Big sound as well. Looks like a pretty decent production. Yep, though the disco shoe can disappear now, since it doesn't exist. Or does it? Maybe that's my next project. I'll form a band, a shoegaze band called Yep, though the disco shoe. We'll be at Coachella in 2028. Enough chatting, more playing. Was there any other suggestions for tunes? No, Akhil's just going to destroy molecules. What do you search later to see Brooksy play? You search, sir. The dance floor ignites. The dance floor ignites at the drill hall in where? Gig Vlog 7 from Brooksy's Bass Corner. Dance, dance, dance. Oh, nice. Long medley there. Well, long. Ooh, car wash, dude. Shall we check it? Yeah, let's check it out. All right. You know what we're all waiting for, Mike? Oh, we can't hear it. Fine. You escaped this one. This time, Michael. Michael. Any fans of Arrested Development here? We'll get that reference. Cooked Guy, what's up, my man? Welcome back. We're all good, dude. We're doing some planing. Planing? We're doing some planing. Brooksy's suggests Trapped in Toyland by Mr. Big. Is it going to be another curveball? I'm hoping it is. Oh, again. Lydian, friends. Thank you very much for being topical, Brooksy's. There we go. That was some Lydian right there. All right. Okay.
Years riding somebody's coattail. So you wanna change the world, but you still can't decide. Then you take away the cash, but the fool's got his pride. Everyone must still be told the land, leader of the band, trapped in Toyland. 20-odd years since you heard revolution.
That's such a cool. Yeah, I didn't get the middle bit, but I love it. It's going in the box. Yeah, very cool. Oh. Yeah, that's cool, dude. That's 100% learnable, this tune, especially that improv bit in the middle. Yeah, during the guitar solo, there's loads of little licks in there that I'm gonna have to take a look at, because there's some interesting stuff in there. Thank you very much for the suggestion, Mike. That's something I'll have a look at and use in the future. Thanks very much for reminding me, Mike. Guys, give this stream a like if you get any value at all from it. Subscribe as well. Consider buying me a coffee if you're so inclined, or having a look at the Patreon, where there's a bunch of resources available. I don't do enough self-promotion. I used to have a bit of a script at the beginning, but I keep forgetting to look at it. One last little request for the day, gentlemen. How about you try Everybody Wants to Rule the World happily, but I know it, so it's not fair. Everybody wants to rule. Jesus, completely missed the intro on that one. Jeez.
Welcome to
get distracted. What does he play then? Yeah. Reminds me that there's actually a pretty cool version. Is it Corey Henry? It's people either hate it or really love it. Everybody wants to rule the world, and it's not actually played with a bass, but with a baritone guitar. It's a pretty original cover of this tune, actually. And going back to what you were saying earlier, Nate. Sorry, Indeed 317. Let's stick to code names. The attack on this one as well, to sort of emulate that sort of synthy sound, that very sort of tight, compressed, super consistent sound. Tip of the fingers for me. At least that's what I would go for. Obviously, this is a bit rattly because I've been playing with my truss rod again. Rather than the sort of softer, fleshy approach that you do on a Hall & Oates, on that particular Hall & Oates tune. On this one, to get that really to get the snap into get the snap into the sound. I was hip in the 60s. Look at this beauty. I was thinking of buying one at some point just because I was like, they're not even expensive. It's like $400, $500. They just sound really cool. But I was like, I'm never going to use it. I'm never going to use it. The tragedy of owning a baritone guitar, and unless you're Mark Lettieri, exactly, you don't get to use that on gigs ever. Maybe indie bands, your own music. Apart from that, that poor thing is just going to collect dust. The sad story of baritone guitars. Reminds me of how my dad would always shout back to my bedroom, "Quit playing with your truss rod." I know. Well, in my case, it's not my dad, it's my consciousness, my yeah, it's just the YouTube censors leftist speech. I just love saying your name out loud because it just sounds like I'm just all of a sudden just jumping into a crazy rant. YouTube censors leftist speech. Sup, tried using the app on your site, but it just goes to a metronome. Yeah, because it's not under app, it's under /games/inversions. There's hopefully there's more than one things to click on in the menu, and it's under games. No, it's all right, dude. Thanks for giving it a try, man. I really appreciate it. Any feedback is super welcome. By the way, YouTube censors leftist speech. Have you joined the Discord yet? Link is in the description below. Sup, censors. It sounds like we're calling out the YouTube algorithm, the YouTube gods. Thanks for joining YouTube censors leftist speech. I will call you YCLS from now on. YCLS. YCLS. That's just me and my silly sense of humor. Like Yebdo the disco shoe. That stuff is gonna... I won't be able to sleep. Thanks, Mike Brooks, for Yebdo the disco shoe. Alright, gents. This will wrap it up for today, because I'm starting to get hungry, as per usual. And I follow my stomach wherever it takes me. So, YCLS, Michael Anthony, Brooksies, Cooked Guy, Nate, Jeffrey, Akil. Who am I forgetting? I think that was all of us. Sweet. Friends, thank you very much for joining today. I felt like this was quite fun. At least I giggled quite a few times. So thanks for joining me in my journey of discovering the English language and all of its quirks and funny words that include disco, Cajun disco, Yebdo the disco shoe. They're all just words, but together they make me laugh, and I'm very grateful for that. Alright guys, I wish you all a lovely, lovely day. I will be streaming again tomorrow at the same time, and then I'll be going to town to watch some more live music. But not as late as the other day. But I had to make myself very pretty because, you know, being single, you never know. You might stumble upon Mrs. Right just when you least expect it. So you've got to look presentable. I know, I need a haircut. I know, I get it. I need a haircut and a slightly better truss rod. I think it might be broken. Yeah, but there's no bass shops in Belgium, sadly. I'll have to send it back to the gallery when I'm back in London, which will be sooner than later. Take care, everyone. I will see you again, like I said, tomorrow for some more tunes, more of me losing my every time I hear some funny words, and mode of the day and all of these other things, and more app features as well, because I'm really working very, very hard all day long on pushing this app to production so that it's something actually meaningful and helpful for myself, and I figure hopefully for other musicians as well. Thank you all again for joining, and I will see you all tomorrow. Doodles.